evening, good evening, good evening, and good evening once again. I would like for you to share this live stream. If you are watching this live stream today, if you're watching this live stream on Facebook, I would like for you to share this live stream. You may be tuned in to Missing Lost and Trafficked Media page. You could possibly be tuned in to Lost, Lured, and Unsolved Media page on Facebook. You could possibly be tuned in to Missing Lost in Trafficked YouTube channel. If you are, um, share this link, the link to this live stream with a friend. If you are tuned in on our YouTube channel, I would like for you to hit the like button. And if you find this content to be of your liking, it would be great if you would subscribe. So thank you so very, 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 very much for taking time out of your busy schedules today to tune in to this very, 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 very special broadcast on this evening. Okay? On this evening. The man you're looking at right now, the man that is presented on this stream, he is known as Jerry, Indiana. Jerry, Indiana, he got an opportunity to purchase his own nightclub in Gary, Indiana. Jerry told the Dindy Media team in January, of 2021. The building he purchased is the same club Joe Jackson, father of pop music artist legend Michael Jackson, had his name on. Jerry named the club Nightclub. Okay. And this club is located at 1700 Grant Street. Jerry was very excited about the purchase he made and the historic building he had big plans for on Grant Street. In a Facebook post dated May 6th of 2020, Jerry writes, "Just got approved for my 3-way liquor license. It's on and popping. Hashtag playosnightclub." Supporters of Playos, they flocked to the club, and one young lady, she took a photo, a selfie in front of the mirrors. His supporters, they were very, very, very much excited about the club. And this one young lady was excited about the mirrors that Jerry had installed in his club in the month of October of 2020. Jerry told Dindy Media team in 2021 he could bring big artists to Gary and bring a lot of attention to Gary. Jerry definitely fulfilled the promises he made to the residents of Gary, Indiana. Some of the artists appearing at Playos nightclub, included artists, popular hip hop and rap artists, such as Asian Doll and uh, Jocelyn Hernandez, and you know, Genuine appeared at the club as well. Um, uh, there were other artists such as Rich Homie Quan, Big Boogie, who attended, and I cannot leave out. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. I cannot leave out Glorilla of FNF. She appeared at the club, or was scheduled to make an appearance on May 26th of this year. Jerry was diligently working towards bringing attention to the city of Gary, and playing a role, and putting Gary, Indiana, well, on the mainstream music media, or mainstream music map, so to speak. Unfortunately, on June 12th, unfortunately, of 2022, about 1:50 a.m. in the morning, a mass shooting event that took place at Playos nightclub claimed the lives of two individuals, one adult female and one adult male. Four other people were injured as well. And as a result of this shooting, the mayor of Gary, Indiana, well, he has temporarily closed the very successful nightclub um, in that city. This nightclub was closed days after this shooting, despite, the club not having any record, any previous record of homicidal violence. Sometime after 1 a.m., lives were stolen and multiple people were injured. Gary, Indiana was once again back in the nation's spotlight for being a town where bullets fly and people die. Well, it's uncertain how many people, went into Playos armed with loaded guns. Live video posted of fighting and shooting inside the club revealed a man in a wheelchair opened fire in the direction of men fighting, and fire was returned on this man seconds later. Also, you should know that additional gunshots were heard on this video, being fired by unknown individuals in other sections of the nightclub. Terrified, women screamed as they walked past unresponsive people covered in blood. And as they walked on bloody club floors. 26-year-old Janice Quinn of Maryville was pronounced dead after being shot at Playos, and 34-year-old Jonte Dorsey was also declared deceased, as 4 other people were being treated by medics for injuries. After reading about or reading rather, Mayor Prince responds to the horrific shooting, to this horrific shooting. I realized he was more concerned with penalizing the club owner than advocating for justice and swift prosecutions. I have not seen the chief of police host a press conference, vowing to apprehend the shooters. I have seen countless social media posts by non-Gary residents blaming Gary residents as a whole for the acts of violence carried out against innocent club goers from people who were allegedly out of state, allegedly from the state of Illinois. You see, the shooters, they should be held chiefly accountable for this crime. The shooters must be identified. The shooters stole lives and injured several people, and then the shooters rode off into the night. Who are the shooters? Where are the shooters? I'd like to know if the Gary Police Department and other assisting law enforcement agencies, I'd like to know if they're looking for the shooters. It seems that the city leaders and other folks are just more concerned with criticizing folks in Gary that had nothing to do with the shooters and the shooters' actions. Who are the shooters? That's what I want to know. Who are the shooters? Who stole this young lady's life? That's what I would like to know. Who stole this young man's life? That's what we should know. And how soon will they be apprehended? When will justice be served? That's what is chiefly important here. Who are the shooters? Who are the shooters? Where are the shooters? How soon will they be brought in? To jail, of course, and hopefully to prison. Upon a successful conviction, who are the shooters? You see. Who destroyed temporarily, we believe, a successful business? Who did this? Who all is responsible for this? Who stole lives? Who is responsible for devastating families? See, those are the questions that I would like to see entertained on social media, in discussions among city leaders, in a press conference that should have been held days ago by the chief of police of Gary. Who are the shooters? See, that's important. Who took him? Who took her? Who took him and who took her? Closing down a club simply stops an entertainment venue from operating and prohibits individuals from coming into that club, whether they have good or bad intentions. What's important, what's most important, is making sure that whoever the shooters are brought to justice. So this tragic event never occurs again. At least by the hands of, the shooters who remain at large this evening. I thank you so very much for taking the opportunity to tune in to this live stream. I thank you so very much for the shares and the cares. And whenever you make a post on this event, I like for you to type hashtag who are the shooters. Have a great evening.